My name is Almane. This is Finance 303, Treasury Management. And this project I chose Integrated Device IDTI as my main company versus 51 Jobs as the competitor. So I'll talk a little in details about both these companies throughout my presentation. And I'll talk about the working capital management based on the financial statements, as well as the analysis of the short-term financial issues based on the ratios. I'll analyze the financial plan of the IDTI, the main company, compared to the competitor, and I will measure the performance on both. I will analyze the cost of capital structure. And of course, I will mention a little bit of the working capital investments and short-term credit, as well as inventory and account receivable, payment method systems, and liquidity management. So let's talk a little bit about the main company, Integrated Device. ST Technology is a public limited company that deals with communication, such as wireless network. It is simply a manufacturer of semiconductors. The main aim of this report is to undertake an analysis into the working capital management of the company. The analysis results will be later discussed and made including the investment advice to investors on investments in integrated device technology. So, I'll talk a little bit more about the IDTI financial analysis. The aim of the analysis of the financial statements of the main company is to determine its financial performance and position over the last 5 years, as well as its competitor with 51 Jobs. The major tool used for financial analysis are the popular non-financial ratios. Financial ratios are tools that use the item in financial statements and express them in relation to one another or in relation to other factors. There are 5 major sets of financial ratios: probability ratios, liquidity ratio, growth ratios, efficiency ratios, and leverage ratio. And of course, I used the formulas to calculate all these ratios in many different aspects on the Excel sheet that I'm going to show in a few minutes. All right, so I'm presenting the ratio calculation on Excel. As we can see here, this is the competitor income statement, 51 Jobs. It shows the revenue, cost of revenue, net income, earnings per share, and weighted average throughout the 5 years expand from 2013 to 2017. As we can see here, the net income in 2013 was 501. It went down to 439, and then went back up on 2015 to 618, and went down to 566, and then the end of 2017 went way down to 372. The EBITDA of 2013 is 522, and then went up to 572, and then on 2015 it went up to 624, and then it went a little bit up on 2016, the year after, to 675, and then in the end of 2017 it went way up and increases to 934. This is the 51 jobs balance sheet. As you can see, it shows all the assets, the cash flow, total cash receivable, prepaid expenses, etc. So, total current assets in 2013 would be 3,581 and went up to 5,046 and then went a little bit up to 5,560, and in 2016 it went to 6,720, and then the end of 2017 it went to 7,878 total current assets. As we can see, it improves and it developed its current assets from 3,581 to 7,878 total asset. The total asset on 2013 is 4,123. It went up to 5,582. It went a little bit up to 6,422. And then went to 7,736 in 2016. And then in 2017, it went to 10,024 total assets. So we can see how the company is actually increasing in total assets. Total current liabilities. It starts at 786. It went up to 964. In 2015, it went to 1,136. And then in 2016, it went way up to 2,703. And then it went a little bit down on 2017 to 2,043 total current liability. The total liabilities, though, it starts at 792. It went up to 2,088, which is a huge jump, and then it went a little bit up to 2,288. In 2016, it went down to 2,760, and then the last year of 2017, it jumped way high to 4,060 total liability. Total liability and stockholder equity. As we can see here, start at 4,123. It went up to 5,582. In 2015, it went to 6,413. And then 2016, it went to 7,728. And then the last year of 2017, it went to 10,015 total liability and stockholder equity. The cash flow shows all the cash flow from investing activities, as well as the cash flow from financing activities and the free cash flow. The free cash flow of 2013 was 523. 2014 was 716. 2015 was 772, and then it went up to 1,040 in 2016, and then went a little bit up to 1,416 in 2017. Let's go to the main company, which is IDTI, income statement. It shows all the revenue, the cost of revenue, gross profit, total operation expenses, interest expenses, net income, and as we can see here, it starts at negative 20 in 2013. Then it goes way up to 88 in 2014. 2015 was 94, and 2016 was 198, and then the last year of 2017 it went down to 110 net income. And of course shows the earning per share, weighted average share outstanding, and as a result the EBITDA starts at 24 in 2013. In 2014 it was 158. In 2015 it was 141. In 2016 it goes up to 174, and the last year of 2017 it goes a little bit down to 157. Let's go to the balance sheet of IDTA. Total current assets start at 441, goes up to 585, goes up to 680 in 2015, then goes a little bit down to 498, and then it goes a little bit up on 2017 to 561. Total assets starts at 729, goes up to 831, 2015 goes to 914, in 2016 it goes to 1099, and then the last year of 2017 goes to 1184. Total current liability starts at 75, goes to 77, 2015 it goes to 106, and then it goes to 107 on 2016, and the last year of 2017 it goes a little bit down to 91 total current liability. Total liabilities though, it starts at 99 total liability. In 2014 it goes down to 97, and then goes up to 125 in 2015. 2016 it was 422, and the end of 2017 it came down to 410. The total liability and stockholder equity start at 729 in 2013. 2014 it was 831. In 2015 it was 914. In 2016 it went up to 1099, and then in the last year it went way up to 1184. The cash flow of the main company. It shows the cash flow from investing activities, the cash flow from financing activities, as well as the cash flow results. So as we can see here, 2013 was 16, 2014 was 58, 2015 it was 154, and then goes up to 166, and the last year of 2017 it goes to 137. And this is the ratio analysis of both companies. Shows liquidity ratios, leverage ratio, management efficiency ratio, profitabilities ratio, and growth ratio. And then as well as for the other company, the main company, IDTI, it shows the same thing and how the numbers are different. And in the last sheet I have here, I compare both companies and both liquidity ratios, leverage ratios, management efficiency, profitability ratios, and growth ratios. As you can see, here are the graphs and here are the comparison between both companies. So, in conclusion, there are two major aspects of the financial position of integrated device technology that the manager have succeeded in doing and even outperformed in its competitor. Prepare management of working capital of the long term. The company capital structure is made up of the very little debt, and therefore the long-term riskiness of the company is very, very low, as I showed you in the graphs.